Hey gang, if you're wondering what the setting's about, I paid my taxes so well last year, I get to play hide and seek with the government. But don't worry, they won't find me in the Ural Mountains. But now it seems I won't be able to go back home to play Shrek Super Slam for at least a few hours, so I'll tell you a story to pass the time. So sit down, just kidding, you already are, and like your violently flashbacking grandfather, I'm going to tell you a story. This takes place in Rome in the 4th century BC, before they invented the pillars of modern society like germ theory, electricity, and catgirl maid cafes. Rome, much like my gambling addiction, has a long and complicated history ending in tragedy. This is before the 1865 patch by Abraham Lincoln, when there was a weird exploit where players discovered you could actually add other players into your inventory with a glitch using an item called Whip. One of these human Pokemon cards was named Philotis. We don't know if Philotis was a privately owned slave like the elves in my toy shop, or if she was a slave to the Matrix like the rest of us. To make the situation worse, Rome had been recently weakened by the Gaelic sack of Rome, and the Romans took Fat L against the Philotis, and as peace agreement, the Philotis demanded all of their women. Now unfortunately for the Philotis, Soylent hadn't been invented yet, and the Romans weren't too fond of the idea of handing over their wives. The Roman Senate, like all committees, weren't able to come up with anything good either.
Why don't we just pretend to be your wives for the peace agreement?
After the plan was agreed to, Philotis and the other slave girls got new outfits and were sent out as hostages. After heading to the Philotis camp, the ladies told them to celebrate their victory with alcohol, to which none of them saw anything suspicious about, and began to drink like your father before he practices his favorite WWE moves on you. Not long after, the Philotis were too intoxicated to stay awake, letting Philotis climb a fig tree and light a signal torch to the Romans to reduce their CO2 emissions by 100%. As a reward, Philotis and all the other slave girls were granted freedom, leaving them free to not understand germ theory, use electricity, or go to catgirl maid cafes. I think Philotis is a really underrated story. It's basically just the Trojan horse but with women. But now at least you know about her, and maybe you can tell another friend. Or send them this video. Okay, that's about it. I have some more myths I want to cover, so make sure you support this video if you want to see them. Thanks for watching. Bye.